Hey, this is Nate Holler, and you're listening to Music Row.
Welcome to Music Row, a backstage pass to your favorite country artists. Here's your host, Leake.
And just like that, we're back. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the shares. Lots of people still reaching out, and I love it. Nate Holler is our guest on this week's program. We'll check in with him in just a bit. Some news. Ashley McBryde received an honorary doctorate of music from Arkansas State University during the university's spring 2025 commencement ceremony. Chancellor Todd Shields praised McBryde for her determination and contribution to American music, highlighting her as an inspiring figure for future generations of Arkansas State alumni. Little Big Town are set to release their albums Painkiller and The Breaker on vinyl for the first time ever, August 22nd. Painkiller, which includes Girl Crush, will be available in Translucent Ruby and Translucent Orange, a double vinyl, while The Breaker, featuring the Grammy Award-winning song Better Man, will arrive in Baby Pink. And finally, did you manage to catch the ACMs on Prime? Better get used to watching it there. They just signed another 3-year deal, taking them through their 63rd ceremony, which will happen in 2028.
Wherever there's a heartbeat and a stage, there's an artist set to perform. This is Music Row on Tour.
On Tour brought to you by the Pecan Agency, connecting the fans and the bands together worldwide. Lots of bands on the road right now. Thomas Rhett is getting ready to get out on the road. Better in Boots Tour. It all starts on June 5th. The following day, Bailey Zimmerman launches the New to Country Tour. And if you like your Morgan Wallen, the I'm the Problem Tour starts June 20th with dates everywhere. Coming up on Music Row, we sit down with Nate Holler.
Hi, my name is Kim Stockwood. I am a proud Newfoundlander and a Canadian singer-songwriter. In a landscape where many lack access to health benefits or employee assistance programs, the Unison Fund serves as a lifeline of hope for musicians and music industry professionals facing medical emergencies or mental health challenges. To learn more about Unison and their programs, please visit unisonfund.ca.
Hey, this is Nate Holler, and you're listening to Music Row with Leake.
Nate Holler, you take your time showing up for interviews.
I know.
And I appreciate that because you're a busy guy. And you're also a musician, which means you're on rock star time.
Well, look, first off,
Go ahead.
I'd like to formally apologize.
For now, what?
For me being late.
You're only an hour late.
Okay.
In rock
that
star
sounds
world,
so
that is
bad.
that is like
sounds
on
bad.
time.
No, but here's what happened.
Go ahead.
It's not that exciting, but I called an Uber. I've been in the car. Now I'm putting it on how bad I feel about this, okay? I left at 11:30. I got in the car. The guy was lovely for the first while. Then he started getting very frustrated in traffic.
Okay.
Then I put the wrong address in, and that's on me. But he dropped me off on the side of the road, and he said, I can't go any farther.
He gave up on you.
He gave up on me. And I don't think he should have done that.
He said, get.
He said, get
There's
gone."
not one Uber driver in Canada who has said get.
Yeah.
Now,
No,
if you were
this guy did.
If you were in Tennessee, but I'm saying get,
Right.
not get.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. But he left me over on Eastern still, but
Like
wrong-
in some
wrong
sort of
spot.
industrial wasteland.
Yeah, but I do apologize because I'm quite good.
I am just busting chops.
I know. As
Everything
you
is
should,
great.
though.
Everything is this. You are in a city
Yeah.
that the traffic is absolutely unbelievable now.
And unpredictable.
Yeah. So you think it's going good for a minute and then things go sideways. It used to take, what used to take me 10 minutes now takes me 45. And that's
I got
the way
to
it
start
goes.
riding a bike.
You do, especially knowing where you came from. To get here, it's downhill.
Yeah.
So you basically just had to set the bike in the right direction. But we're not here to talk about traffic.
I could have been coasting.
However, we could talk about weather. I've noticed that you've been in Nashville quite a bit lately.
Yeah.
Writing songs. Does it get easier going into Nashville writing songs today, Nate Holler, or was it easier 5 years ago?
I actually think it was, well, I don't know if I have two thoughts here. I think it was easier because I didn't know what it was like down there as much 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I'm going to go write a song. But now I really, when I go into writes, I'm like, everybody is so good.
So you you have expectations that are different today.
Yes.
That
But also maybe I didn't even know of. I didn't know. I knew people were unbelievable down there. But when you get in a room with someone that can just like, well, no one's really writing like this anymore, but it's crazy how good people are. So, and there's amazing writers here as well, but now I think about it too much. And that's one of my problems is overthinking things.
I have heard so many artists talk about, things were going good, and get into a songwriting room and realize, man, I thought I was like an A+ guitarist. Turns out I've failed the grade.
Every person there is
lights out.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
But that's good though. It ups the bar, right?
100%.
It's like, most of the guys in the NHL are at a certain level.
Yeah.
Sure, there's the superstars, but then everyone else is running around 92%. They don't let guys in that are at 60%.
Yeah.
Because they get destroyed. And I think that's great for country music as well. It's up the level.
Yeah, you got to just keep getting better. Yeah. And I like that about it. I like now that I'm really thinking. I don't want to overthink, but I want to like really try to dial in and lock in before I get down.
I think I met you first maybe a decade ago working with the Rec Laws.
Yeah.
Were you part of that Boots and Hearts emerging artist search?
Yeah.
Where they won that year?
I wasn't playing
11?
with them at that point. I think I was at Boots and Hearts that year.
Yeah.
But I did emerging artists on my own. Well, hold on. I don't know what year I did that.
So
Rochelle? Can we throw to Rochelle?
I
think it was like 2018 that I did it.
Okay.
So they would have done it before then.
Right, because they did it before it was at its new site.
Yes.
So we're at it was the old site.
I was at Burroughs Creek.
Right. So they were in Peterborough. So you never played with them at Peterborough.
Not at that, no.
Because they had the most incredible finale performance. I don't know if you've ever heard about it.
Well, tell me about it.
This is my take in it.
Yeah.
The band that they were competing against for the grand title of Emerging Artist, Boots and Hearts, whatever it is, Lord and Savior. The band they were competing against, somebody I think had to go to work.
What?
Their like lead singer had to go to work.
So they couldn't be there?
So Jenna from the Rec Laws sang both for that band and then sang for the Rec Laws.
Is that real?
And gave it her all for both performances.
Oh, well, they got a goose after that. They're crushing.
Yeah. So I was like one of the judges for this thing. I'm like, I don't know what is going on here.
What's happening?
But like she could mail in the Rec Laws performance and the Rec Laws are still going to win just because she put the effort in. But they ended up doing a great job. Anyways.
That's pretty cool.
But you ended up touring with them.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of like you got paid to learn about country music.
Yeah.
By touring, like someone else's dime is teaching you.
That's what I even before Rec Laws, I was touring with Kira Isabella, if you know who that is. And we did a Terry Clark tour. I didn't even know how to play guitar at that point. I just learned these parts.
Right.
Just tried my absolute hardest to get into there. She was so nice. Got to like, I always say I got like a backseat view of how, like I was in the backseat, I was there, but I got to see how everything worked, how interviews like this work, and
show up an hour late and crush it.
Oh my gosh.
That's how they work.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, but we still tried our hardest when we got there, and by God did I. But yeah, no, that was like reading a textbook for music a little bit. I know you can actually do that.
It was a paid practicum.
Yeah, it was unreal. I am so grateful for all those opportunities leading up to what would end up, turning into my solo project. So
what was the decision? Did you talk to Rec Laws and say, look, I've been writing these songs. Do you think I can go out and do it? Or did you just approach them one day and say, I've written these songs, toodaloo?
Yeah.
I'm not working
I don't know
with
if I said
you.
Toodaloo, but no, they, I had been writing with them kind of on the road and stuff. And they were like, you should go do that. They were like so great about it. Just like, go try this thing out. And when there was a pandemic. Do you remember that?
We really met just before the pandemic.
Yes, that's right.
And the wheels fell off the country music truck.
Yeah. So I was going to be playing with them that next season.
Right.
And
2020.
Everything shut down. And I was living in a house with Stu and our producer, and he's our music director now, Callum. And we had a little studio in our house. So when everything stopped, that was kind of the like light switch went the other way, and I was able to go and do my thing. And they really, really helped me get all that going.
So we're going to say you created your so-called bubble.
Yeah.
You wrote together.
It was a good bubble.
But you were, and for wellness too. Like, never mind if you get to be with people, like-minded people, hanging out.
Yeah.
But you're playing music and that, probably having daily jam sessions.
Yeah.
How crazy what was the craziest jam session where you're like, oh boy, I didn't know that most of us knew that song to Iron Maiden's.
That would happen most nights because there was nothing to do. So here's what we do. We play euchre.
Okay.
And then we'd have a bevy or two, maybe a little espresso martini. And then we would just kind of pick up the guitars and see what happens. So most nights it would go pretty late of us just playing covers or trying to come up with ideas or whatever it was. And it was, the pandemic was terrible, obviously, but I was very thankful to be in that house with those people at that time.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bands who have been in that spot where they got to do something a little bit similar.
Yeah.
Be with bandmates, be with like-minded people, and entertain yourself.
Yeah.
Because on the other side, there was a bunch of people who met during the pandemic, went and played euchre every night, and then the bars opened and euchre was done. So was the relationship. And
we got pretty good at euchre too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was kind of just, I don't know. I just feel lucky that we were in this house. It was my uncle's house that we rented off of him, and it just propelled my stuff so much further, and Rec Laws were working on stuff, and it was a really cool time, honestly, in a scary little period of time. Can I have a sip of Coke? Well,
yeah. You can do a rail.
Shoot, no, this is just Coke Zero. Bad.
What?
Hold on, did you hear that swallow? I'm good with just the sip.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, though. Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Look, we have a very liberal HR policy at this podcast.
I love it in here, by the way.
So it's the pandemic, and you're going to go about it on your own. Rec Laws are being very supportive.
Yeah.
And that you're still in the band.
Yep.
Haven't quit it yet. And you decide to enter in an emerging contest or two, something like that. Mm-hmm. And that's really when we met, I guess. That emerging artist contest that you were in, that was another thing to give you something to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of pressure on Jenna and Stu keeping the band together, because the band they're paying the band's freight, and they don't want to lose anybody, and they don't want to do all that. All the shows are gone and whatever. But I'm guessing that, having that emerging artist competition to be involved in and be active with, as much as it was just online, was probably pretty helpful to your individual career.
Yeah, unbelievable. Like, that was a bit before the pandemic started. So, but it got me thinking about like socials and all these things that were happening, like social media, and how I should be posting. And I started just doing a lot more after that. That kind of went into the pandemic. I was still going to be playing with the Rec Laws. And I think Stu left our house one day to go to the Junos. I think a lot of people have this story, and he just turned around in his cab or his Uber or whatever because it got canceled because of this whole thing.
Yeah.
So
I was calling people.
Yeah.
I knew that the Junos were going to cancel. They hadn't yet. And I remember talking to a publicist and a bunch of people that were at the airport saying, don't get on the plane.
Yeah.
You're gonna get stuck in, I forget where it was, but you're going to get stuck.
Forgetting where it was too. But you would have probably gotten there, and then you would have.
And then that's it.
Then you got to do your 2-week quarantine there and whatever it was. And then,
So he turned around. He had the wherewithal. Someone gave him the heads up.
I believe he didn't even get on the plane and came back to the house. And then we were all kind of like, whoa, this is going to be strange.
Yeah.
But at least we were all kind of together and having a little bit of, writing and having a couple drinks and playing euchre.
Playing lots and lots of euchre. Let's talk about your Nashville experiences again, because you're going down quite a bit. I think you have a lot of songs that are kind of set to go.
Yep.
How many songs do you think you have written since you made that decision to say, hey, I'm really going to give this a go in 2020?
Yep.
How many songs do you think you've written in that 5-year period?
Oof. I don't even know. I literally don't even know. But because there's like half songs that kind of don't make it. There's every right we go in, I'll just pitch ideas and we'll see what happens, and then we kind of try to demo it. So there's a lot of them for sure.
You got to you're still finding who Nate Holler is too, right?
Yeah, it's still. I know that sounds like a while ago, which it was, but still figuring it all out, because for 10 years before that, I was playing with other artists. So it just is like, it's a wild ride, but I still keep my little title bank going, trying to come up with just endless ideas that I can pitch in songwrites and just try to be good out there, So you have a title bank of some ideas, and that. Are you pitching even those as maybe this could be the album name? Because bands are like, album names are the hardest. They are hard, yeah. I don't normally think about that when I go into each room.
Because you're just doing song by song.
Yeah, at a certain point, I'm like, what if we're going to do a whole record, what would it be called? And sometimes certain songs will just jump out, or we'll call it like a lyric in a song I've thought about, or this is going to be my second record that we're going to release, but I just kind of like listen to everything that we're going to put on the record and see if anything jumps out at me to be the album name. So
I don't mind it when they're chronological. Number one, Nate Holler, number one, Nate Holler, number two. I don't mind that if you want to go A, B, C. But my album for the band that I don't have, and the music that I've never written, I already have the album though. I went the opposite way. It only took 9 months.
That's pretty good. I think. Did you come up with that?
I am pretty smart. I mean, I got a lot of
genius. You guys, what camera's on? He's a genius.
Got a lot of great ideas. Touring now. Now that you're the boss, you're in charge. You've taken all these notes from Kira Isabella. You've taken all these notes from the Rec Laws, and that. What are some of the positive things that you've taken? And you're saying this is how it's going to be when I got bands playing with me, when I've got support, and also the positive note when you're doing a solo. You got to approach that in a different way too. So what are some of the things that you're trying to keep yourself level-headed with? Yeah,
I know exactly what it's like being someone playing in a band. So I think, like, I try to treat everyone in my band as well as as great as I possibly can, because it's not an easy thing just touring around all the time. I have people in my band with kids and they're leaving home, and I just try to keep it very positive, even when stuff goes wrong all the time, and
gear breaks.
Yeah, gear breaks. The shows start late. We have to cut songs, and not that sounds major, but when you're working towards giving your best at a show, these little things matter. And all these people in my band or doing sound or whatever it is, I could not do a literal thing without. So I just try to just keep it light and nice for everyone.
Being in a band is a 24-hour-a-day job, even though you might only play for an hour that night.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the whole setup, like you're saying. Everyone's getting in the vehicle. Everyone's getting
you're
taking
up
the flight.
Early. You're flying around. You're not in your own bed. It's a crazy little whirlwind. So I just try to keep it nice for everyone as much as possible.
When we're saying that you're doing a lot more traveling today, especially writing in Nashville with a lot of great people and better people probably every time. Mm-hmm. Every time you go down there, it's someone, unique.
Yeah.
What would you say that you are very good at when it comes to traveling, especially when it's by yourself?
I don't know if by myself I'm good at traveling.
Oh, you need a little handheld?
No, I can do it. It's not like I can't. But
you just start running around in a circle in the airport.
I have to get an airport attendee to
you need a support
lead
pet.
Me on. I have a little laminate.
Yeah.
No, I can do it, but I feed off of other people. So I love when I'm like traveling with a bandmate or going down, I fly sometimes back and forth with Stu or Jen if we're going at the same time. So I don't know. I overpack. That's a negative, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
My girlfriend gives me. Can I swear on here or no?
You can speak your language.
Oh, she gives me shit for packing too much, and she's always right because I get down there and I use 4 shirts.
Right.
They're probably black in color.
Right.
And 2 pairs of pants.
Right, but you pack 5 pairs of pants and 10 shirts.
Oh, even more than 10 shirts. It's gnarly. That's probably my worst. So I turn that into something I'm bad at, but it's a fun little tidbit.
Yeah, well, I get it. Look, you're in the studios.
Yeah.
Then you're walking around with your gear in Nashville and it's 10,000 degrees.
Oh, it's so hot.
And if it's not 10,000 degrees, you're going to get hit by a storm at some point. So I appreciate that at least you have some layers to fall back onto.
I don't know if I'm ever going to need a raincoat, but I have it.
Okay, that's a little bit excessive.
Case.
Yeah,
Okay.
Especially when you got
just in case, Rochelle. I have it.
Are you like that with gear when you're traveling? Do you have
I'm pretty good with gear, which maybe I should be more concerned about than the 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, do you carry a box of guitar strings as opposed to just having 3?
Yes. No, I do that.
You have lots of guitar strings on the road.
Lots of guitar strings. I'm running low on picks, but I'm gonna re-up. So
how does a guitarist run low on picks? Because
I should get my own picks.
Everywhere you step,
yeah,
you're actually standing on the floor, and there's picks on the floor. You're standing on them everywhere you go. I bet you I have a pick in my pocket.
I definitely do too. I'm sure.
But you're running out. Get your own picks.
Let me see how many I have. Hold on, just give me a second.
Are you going with a medium, an 88?
I think so. Let me see what's in here. Oh, this is a. Can I say brands on here? This is a Dunlop. This one, this is what I play with. A 73, very light.
And it's got the texture on it.
Yeah, because I get sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And then it
is actually still sweaty.
Oh, thank you. Can't believe I was late.
It was just an hour.
Dude.
It's okay.
It was actually 43 minutes.
The terrible joke is better late than pregnant.
Is that one of your album title? Was that a pregnancy thing?
No, you know what? I like most artists, I leave it up to the listener to have their own interpretation.
Okay. Never mind. Forget I said
Touring
anything.
this year, festivals, you're out at Cavendish. You would have played Cavendish, I'm guessing, with Reclaws in the past.
I played Cavendish with Kira for sure. I don't know if I was in Reclaws when they did that.
Isn't it wild? You've done so many shows that you can't remember like certain spots because they turn into kind of like a Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, stage, have we been here? No, you've never been to this state. You've never been to this province. But it's hard.
Know it does get a little wild. That Cavendish, I remember being there twice, but I just can't remember if I was playing with Reclaws the one year or if I was
with Kira.
With Kira. But I also went to go watch the Reclaws show, I think. That's why I'm confused. If I was there playing or I just went to watch them.
What are some other highlights for you this summer? New music coming.
That is what I'm most excited about. I mean, I love playing live, so I'm really excited for Cavendish. And, we're playing this weekend in Windsor and in London coming up. And that's all unbelievable, but I've been working on a bunch of new stuff. So there's some tight little tracks coming out.
Is there a timeline?
I think there is. I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Well, then just keep it at that.
Yeah, I think it's very soon, and there could be some fun other people involved.
So I was going to say, who is going to be adding to your music, and you're going to keep that secret?
I have to keep it secret right now, but...
is there a chance that these songs would be cut, or are they in? They're baked in?
This one's going to be baked in.
Yeah.
That I'm thinking about in my head right now.
Okay.
And if you can guess the title, I'll give you $100 cash.
$100 cash? Is it a $100 bill? Because if it isn't a $100 bill, I am not guessing. I'm not putting in effort.
I'll give them my 20s and we'll do...
It's called 520s Make 100. That's the new album.
Unbelievable. Actually, we should write that.
Yeah.
There's a couple guitars. We could.
There's a few things in here.
Yeah.
I have the gear.
You do. You really
Nate,
do.
where's the best place for people to follow you? What is... Because I think you talk about social and you understand the importance of it as an artist.
Yep.
And not all artists are good at it. Not many artists want to do it.
Yeah.
Which is the one that you like to do? Because I tell people I got to go home and work on my TikToks.
Okay.
And they look at me and they go, whatever, insane person. Okay, crazy man. But what is the one that you would say, go here, this is my jam?
Well, I would go to my Instagram. I'm the Holler. Okay, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Why'd you look at me like upset a little bit? You don't like that name. Should I change it?
I think I was the Holler 9 months ago. Would be a good one too.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I'm the Holler. I didn't mean to there's no camera angle that caught me, so I'm fine. I'm the Holler on Instagram.
I'm the Holler on Instagram. I put everything on there. I try to be good with it, but I need to get better at all of them. And it's not that I don't want to get better. I find it hard. When I was playing with Kira, it existed, but it wasn't like the same as it is now. And now I should be recording everything that we're doing and showing people exactly. And I find that fun, like watching people do that, but I'm not good at it because I try to stay.
Well, but I think it's like you're an artist, right? And you're good in your lane of playing guitar. Just like there's people who are great at being mechanics. It doesn't mean they should be race car drivers.
Right. I'd love to be a race car driver.
You'd be very good. You would be last. You would show up late.
And we'll end with... I can't believe it.
Nate Holler.
I'm so upset with myself.
I'm the Holler on Instagram.
Yeah.
All the tour dates can be listed where?
At nateholler.com.
And more music coming with a very special announcement. Find it on his Instagram. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Follow Music Row on X at Music Row Country. On Instagram at Music Row Official. Music Row is produced by Shed of Dreams.